Welcome back to the Lemon Factor. I'm Chad, and in today's video, we are going to take a closer look at the top 10 catback exhausts available for the Mark V Toyota GR Supra. And I know there are plenty of exhaust videos out there, but this one's different. We recently got a new project car here on the Lemon Factor, our 2023 Toyota GR Supra, to complement our other project car, our 2019 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring. And while I love the exhaust, it sounds great from the factory, I'm curious to know what exhausts are available, how do they sound, how much do they cost, do they add horsepower? Probably like a lot of you, if you're watching this, you either have a Supra and you're looking to see what's available, you plan on getting a Supra, or you just want to be entertained and see what the hell is out there and live vicariously through others. There's nothing wrong with that. So when I was on YouTube, I found a lot of videos on sound clips. So cold start, warm start, drive-bys, and that's great. We all want to know how the exhaust sounds on the car, but I was also looking to find out what the exhaust is made out of. What is the size of the piping, the diameter of the piping? Is it one size all the way through from the downpipe all the way to the tip, or does it taper? I love the fact that Toyota has the active exhaust. So you start the car in normal mode, sounds great, but if you want to bump it up a little bit, get a little bit more rambunctious with the exhaust, you can hit that sport mode and it really comes to life. So some of the exhausts that are out there will retain that capability. Power claims, right? Are we going to produce power? To me, I like to dyno test that myself, and we will dyno test whatever exhaust we end up getting for our project car. But what is the manufacturer saying? How much does it cost? These exhausts that I have found range from just under $2,000 to $4,000. So it's a huge price range. So if you're interested in hearing more, then stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, turning on notifications. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Just a reminder, we have two project cars. We have the Toyota Supra and we have our 2019 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring. So here's my list of the top 10 exhausts available for the Mark V Toyota GR Supra. I know there are other exhausts and I'm sure I'm missing one or two. If I'm missing one that you highly recommend, please leave a comment below, let us know. Of these 10, I've put them in order of pricing. The cheapest, the Tomy Titanium Type D, is at the top, starting at roughly $1,700. With the Boost Logic Titanium coming in at a whopping $4,000. So a broad price range. The second column says active Y/N. So this has to do with the Toyota Supra's active exhaust. If it has a Y, it retains that active exhaust feature. So the Tomy Titanium Type D and the AWE Touring and AWE Track Editions, they do not integrate with the active exhaust. Next column, material. They're all made out of stainless steel except for three of them, and they are made out of titanium. So titanium definitely saves you weight. You can see from the Tomy, it's made out of titanium. It's saving you 31 pounds compared to stock. The Akrapovic is made out of titanium. It saves 13.4 pounds. And then the Boost Logic Titanium, and it saves almost 34 pounds. Next column, diameter. So the OEM exhaust diameter starts out at 3.17 inches and tapers to 2.76, where it breaks off into the two exhaust pipes exiting the rear of the car. Some of these exhausts on this list have the same size diameter pipe all the way through, like the AWE and the Ameritrix. A lot of the others start off larger and then they taper down smaller, just like the OEM, but they come in much larger than the OEM. So the Borla Attack starts at 3.5 inches and then tapers to 3. The Boost Logic does the same, 3.5 inches, tapers to 3. I highlight that. I think that's important because if you're looking to get every ounce of power, if you are going to track this car, then I would highly recommend you get the largest diameter pipe possible, especially if you plan on upgrading the turbo. If you're happy with maybe 400, 500 wheel horsepower, these are all going to be fine. So the OE tip is just under 4 inches. All of these offer a larger exhaust tip. They're all dual tipped. Some have various options, which if you do opt for them, it may cost more. I think the Boost Logic Titanium's F16 exhaust tip looks really cool, and it should, it's quite expensive. But FI, the Frequency Intelligence Valvetronic, comes in 5 different colors. All of these save weight compared to the stock exhaust. A lot of the manufacturers are quoting power gains like the AWE, HKS, a whopping 30 horsepower, MagnaFlow, Akrapovich, Frequency Intelligence is saying 10 to 15%. Of course, they're highlighting that with the downpipe. I would take all of that with a grain of salt. And I would say you're going to get minimal gains without a tune. So if you're buying this to get the additional horsepower, I would probably start looking at a downpipe first, or in addition to an exhaust. If you really want to get every wheel horsepower and torque out of your car, you're going to need to get a tune on the car. Some of these offer some unique features. AWE Touring, AWE Track. There's a whole bunch of configuration options. I like MagnaFlow's X-Mod. That has so many different options. It is so configurable that you can put resonators in and mufflers in for the street, and then when you want to go to the track, you can quick change those out. Unfortunately, for some of these, like the Akrapovich and the Frequency Intelligence, I wasn't able to get a size for the diameter. So the last thing I want to point out is these exhausts are loud. No matter which one of these you get, they are going to be noticeably louder than the stock exhaust. Which one of these would you buy? Which one of these have you bought? If you bought one, you recommend one, or you don't recommend one, leave one in the comments. If you're considering purchasing one of these, which ones are on your list? For me, for our new project car, our 2023 Toyota GR Supra, I don't know. I really don't. Some of these that I really like, I gotta tell you, they're really expensive. You know, of course, that Boost Logic Titanium looks great, but $35,000, $4,000, that is a lot of money. If I'm spending my own money, it's probably gonna come down to, you know, one of the less expensive. So MagnaFlow, X-Mod, and cheaper. But if you're curious to find out which one we get, definitely consider subscribing, turn on notifications so that you're made aware of when that video is released, and you can find out. We will do an install, and more importantly, we will take it to the dyno. We will see exactly how much power, how much wheel horsepower, how much torque you gain from an exhaust without a tune. And then of course, eventually we'll put a tune on it. We'll see how much more we gain. With that said, I think we're done for today. Thank you very much for joining, and until next time.